birthday, John. Orlando.
Oh, happy birthday, man. All right. Many more. Go.
Happy birthday, John. I love you. Happy birthday, John. I love you.
Happy birthday, John. Down the funeral home style.
Birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, Mr. John.
Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, John Power. Come on, there, boy. Come on now.
Wish him happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John.
I'm gonna give you something I wanna be old.
Happy birthday, Dad. You are well deserving of this.
Hey y'all, so we are the grandchildren of John. And Papa, we just want to say that we love you and we're so grateful for just your light and your spirit in all of our lives. Each person is going to come up and say their favorite story, but my favorite story is when I was really young and you would let me sing with you guys the Golden Eras at the House of Blues. And so yeah, I love you guys.
I'm gonna speak on behalf of the boys. I think our favorite experience is summers. Waking up 5 o'clock in the morning to go clean out the storage. Yeah. And then we wake up to a bowl of oatmeal and raisins. And probably it'll probably be summer camp days when we get picked up from summer camp and all of us hanging out together. And even though it was him and Nene in the house together, we was a handful, but he always made sure we woke up to some oatmeal. Overall, we love you. You feel me? We appreciate everything that you do for us.
You know, one thing I really remember about Papa is he always had some strawberry candy. We'd always go in there stealing his candy. We try to hide it from him, but we're still stealing.
Yeah, what TJ said about the summers, especially when we used to rock our proteges, ride in the green truck. We missed that, you know what I'm saying? Great memories. We love you. Happy birthday on behalf of all the grandchildren and the Statesboro trips. You got anything you want to say? Marion said you got something you want to say.
Oh, I got a story for y'all. That's just the discipline man right there. One time when I was in class, I'm acting up. They tell me they gonna call my daddy. My daddy ain't answer the phone. John Powell picked up that phone, I look out the window, he right out the door. Hey, what's going on? Come here. Hey, if you don't sit your butt down, I'm gonna beat the back off you. Hey, I don't want no problem. I bet you ain't ask up no more. We love you, Papa.
Happy birthday, Papa. I love you.
Pop, you know, the main thing I want to really, I appreciate you for is for showing me how to be a father. Because that's something you always, you know, from us growing up, to all the way till we grown. You made sure you spent the time with us and, you know, took us on the same stories they got, I got. But the main thing is, you showed me how to be a father to my kids. You showed me how to play an important role in their lives. And that's something that can never be taken back. This is something that's been supposed to happen. You deserve it. And Mom, appreciate you for putting all this together for them. And we appreciate you. Happy birthday.
I love you, Daddy. You're the best father ever. And you always support all the kids. And you spoiled all of us. Love you, Daddy.
Mr. John, ever since I met you, ever since I came into your family, you always received me as a son. I couldn't ask for a better father-in-law. I think what I like about you the most, because you're so hands-on with everything. You know a lot. You know, accomplished a lot. And I always tell this story to people about when I was working with you with cable. And how you kind of broke me out of that mode. Like I still can't stand spider webs, but I did it for you. Like I did it when I was working with you. But just the love that you've always shown me. You know, when I need to glean from you, I can. And I just appreciate like all the times like when y'all come up to Jacksonville, and like especially when y'all just come on Thanksgiving. I know we've been out of town a lot on Thanksgiving, but just making those Home Depot runs with you and just hanging around you. You always been just chill to hang around. Like I appreciate that about you. So happy birthday. I love you, and I thank you for everything that you've done for me and my family.
I thank you for this opportunity to say a few words about my brother John. I'm from California. I met a young lady. Cynthia's gonna lead to John. I'm telling you, if Cynthia hadn't led to John, it wouldn't be me and Cynthia. Because when I realized I had a dynamic woman on my hands after I met her in Georgia at a business I was running. And then we went to the concert that her mother had brought them all to Georgia to see. And I had gone to the company newspaper in Georgia, which I ran, and all of a sudden, she's sitting behind me, and she's now talking. And to be honest with you, I had been in Georgia quite a while, and the fact that I had been there so long and worked so hard to get that paper alive, I realized that, my goodness, this is a pretty tough place. So all of a sudden, I found out that I had met a person that was absolutely special, but I didn't know exactly how special until I was invited. She's telling me to shut up. I'm telling John's story. But anyway, she's letting me know that I'm in a pretty tough situation. But so we started coming. I'd come to Georgia, to Florida. She'd come to Georgia, so we come back and forth. And then eventually, of course, we got married. But during that process, I needed some help. And I met John. And I thought, man, this is quite a nice man. He was a wonderful person to know. He was honest, he was sincere, he was frank. And my God, if you had a thing of dynamite in your hand, he'd tell you. And I realized that, certainly I have a great situation going, but I got to do a lot of things right to make this thing work. Because John let me know what was right in Florida and what wasn't. And I think everyone who got up here and said John was this, and John was a father, and John was a person that told her, you got to not do that, and you got to watch what you're doing over here. John, that was very good of you to do that, and keep that work up for all the children. Thank you, guys.
My name's Terry. Me and John growing up together. Went to trade school together. You see John Powell, you see me. I am the manager of the Bowling Alley. Thanks to John.
I'm gonna try to keep it short. But when I think about my brother, I just have to say this. You know,
over the years, we've had a lot of experiences, and he's always been right there, you know, kind of leading us along. He was James Brown, you know, back in the days. The neighbors would come and get him, and he would go and do his moves, then put his shoes away to the next time. You know, I used to get into all his little functions. I would carry his guitar, you know, so I can go in and see him perform. I tried my hand at the clarinet, but that didn't work out too well for me. It didn't work out too well for me. But you know, one thing about what, yeah. Yeah. You know, but we had so many experiences, and I tell you, you know, just having a close-knit family. You know, me, him, and Tony, we got together when we were, our kids were just young, and you know, we talked about being a different type father, you know, for our children. And I have to say, as I look around, you know, I'm so proud of him, because when I look at all his kids, you know, I look at him and say, you know what, I may only have one grandkid, but I got 20. Because I call them all my grandchild too, you know. So, you know, thank you, brother, for everything. And Breland said that Dunkin' Donuts is out of business, so don't worry about that. He said, don't worry about that, you know, but. and I have to apologize for getting him here late today, but his other brother, you know, held us hostage at the house until he gave him the coconut cake. So Jerry wanted to be here. He just said, yeah, Jerry. So he refused to move till he got his coconut cake.
Well, it's John. I mean, he's truly been a brother, man. He's the hardest working person I ever know. I don't know exactly what he do, but that joking does everything. Fix cars, cable. You want bootleg cable? He got you. So, I mean, he's a jack of all trades. So I love him for that. But the funny story I have about him is, you know, I told it last night when we had dinner. This joker dropped me off at the wrong school the first day of school. The people didn't know who I was. They had no paperwork on me. He didn't just like take me in. He just dropped me off and went to work. But, you know, he always had, you know, he did yard work. He always suckered me out to go out there when he was staying out in Castleberry and everything. He'd tell me he gonna feed me, but then he end up working me to death and everything. And I'd be like, well, he stopped working. This joker will work forever. So, you know what? I mean, I love him. I mean, you can't help it, but you just love him. So I call him my big bear, because I love him to death. So I appreciate him and everything else. Mickey, you did a good job with him, man. Because you had to calm that beast down. That joker will pull up on somebody, get out, and jump on them and everything else. So that's the one thing about him is he take care of the people around him. So if you around him and you in his fold, he will take care of you. And he never let that happen. So that goes back to a testament of his, you know, being a father and keeping all the family together and everything. So I appreciate you. Love you, man.
Well, many of you do not know, I am John's middle school teacher. At least that's the story he likes to tell. I've been looking over those classrooms, I haven't seen him yet. No, in all seriousness, being the oldest, John has come up behind the rest of us, has done a tremendous job. And this time out today to take the time to celebrate him is really, really something great to do. As Breland was just saying, this man doesn't take time out to sleep. But here we are, thank you, bro, for all that you do and all that you are. Continue the great work and stop and smell your roses. All right? Thank you.
I would be remiss if I would sit and not say something about John. I don't consider him a brother-in-law. I consider him a brother, as well as a devoted employee. We bump heads at work all the time, but it's all in love. John is one of the first to arrive and one of the last to leave. And I don't care what you ask him to do, he always knows something about everything. And I always say to him, just listen. Let me finish telling you what I need you to do. But he will get it done, and he will get it done with excellence. And the Xander staff have experienced a lot of losses in the last year. The last couple months, we lost one of our dear, dear friends, Dave, and Dave and John was right and left. So he's been going through a lot of things, and he just keep pushing his way through and pushing his way through. Just like Joe said, you have to stop to smell the roses. I say that to me too. But I don't know what I would do if John did not come to work, because his position and what he do is a hard act to follow, and it's a hard position to fill. Even during the illness of mom and even during her transition, it wasn't a question of if you're going to come to work, it's can you just do a half a day and then go. He wanted to do the entire day. That's just the type of person that John is. He's an asset, he's a value to any business. Again, I say he has his flaws, but none of us are perfect. But I can depend on it. When that alarm goes off on my phone, I know that that's John coming through the morgue, where he should be coming through the side entrance door. But I'm just glad he showed up, you know? And I'm sure all of the employees over here can attest to, we bump heads about the same thing. But at the end of the day, he's the one to get it done. And we cannot survive, I cannot survive without you. And I say, John, thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing what you do. And just know that you are loved beyond measure. And stop to smell the roses. Just let me know the day that you're gonna stop that, so I can know that I'm there.
Good evening to everybody. Of course, they was Cardinet assigned me this duty, so I'm here. But it's not a hard task because of the mere fact that everything that you all have already said, it is ditto for all of us that are sitting here at this table. I'm like Miss Helen today because John, if it wasn't for John on those days that I'm supposed to open, I'd be in trouble for real. The business would certainly open late if it wasn't for John, but he says, you know what, I got you. You know, that's my Deacon Cornbread there, because he calls me Anna Mae because I just like to eat cake, and that's Deacon Cornbread there. But I tell you seriously, on a serious matter, like she just said to you all, I want to say that when your mom was transitioning, when the things were going on, John said to me that he was going to work regardless. He said that that was his way. He said, he told me that he wanted to be the one to go to pick her up. He wants to be the one he's going to work her service. He's going to be here for this. He's going to be here for that. Oh, sure, I'm going to be there for the wake. So there were family and friends that were saying that he shouldn't do that. But I come to let you know, yes, he should, because we all have a different way of grieving. And if that's his way of grieving, we need to allow him to do just that. And I tell you, you can tell that that's his way, because he said, oh, I'm available Friday, I'm available Saturday. And he sent me, when I sent out the text to say, are you available for this week? John would say, I'm available for all of the days and Sunday too. So I just put John down. I just write John's name down. But I do say that we've got to allow him to be who he is, because God did not make any copies. He made originals. And that is an original back there at that table. So I say to us, let us just throw our arms around him and let him be who he is, because I think as I watch him go through, that that's the best thing that could have happened. He has hands-on. And so that will be his memory. You all have memories that you will be able to reach into that box and those things you're saying, I got stories, but that's his story. God bless you, John, and we do love you. The Xander staff loves John Powell.
My name is Winter K, and my favorite story was when Papa used to take me everywhere where he used to take me to Home Depot. He used to leave money on his counter to give to me, and I used to steal it. And he used to give me strawberry candies. And I love you.
John, I thank you for being who you are. I always say that we're not perfect, but we're two imperfect people that God made perfect for each other. And you make me smile all the time, just like you make me mad. Nobody makes me laugh as hard as you, and I thank you for that. I thank you for being such a hard worker. And I used to get mad when he would be at the funeral home 7 days a week. I would tell him, oh, you're going to be with your other wife today, which is Helen. And so then I understood that this is his way. This is just who he is. He's not taking anything away from me because he does spend time with me and he does make sure that we have those intimate moments that we deserve. And I say thank you because you're able to do it all. I thank you for being an awesome father, and you are one of the greatest grandpas I've ever seen. And I just want to say you're my forever sugar bear. I love you, and today we celebrate you. Let's say it up for John Powell.
I told you not to ever say it around these boys. If you say that around them, it's on. That's my name. And with them and then all these people here, don't call me no sugar bear. Don't beat daddy or something. What I want to say is I want to thank everyone for coming first of all. And I was surprised when I looked over to my right and saw the Zambas. This is the family too. So when I saw them, it made me feel good. Then I walked in and saw Barbara, which is our adopted sister from years back. See Barbara here, that's another blessing. And then I look over there and see Uncle Petey. I felt great. And I saw my uncle sitting over there. That's my nephew, that's my oldest nephew. And we always tease because he used to be behind, he was right behind us in school now. It ain't that he's a young man, but he was right on us. Nate to Nate, but that was my first nephew. And when I see him, I get joy. I just get joy when I see him. And I saw Charles sitting here and Terry. He came by today while I was out there doing some work around the house. What you doing? I said, something up with this boy. He come here and asked me something like that. Had no idea what was going on. But I just want to thank everyone. And I saw all my grandchildren stand up, all my grandboys right there. We on the boys, stand up. Those are my boys. Those are my boys. And then I look out, he catching up. That's the same thing that happened with Carl boys. Tony and Carl was down. I said Brandon was down here. Carl was here. Trey was here. And they used to dog them on the basketball court. Now they down there and Brandon way up here. So to see them grow like that, it makes me feel good to know that all my grandboys are here, all my grandkids, my children, all my kids are here. I don't call Jeff my son-in-law, that's my son. Before Mike passed away, and he did this because he knew what he was doing. He said, if I pass away before you, I want all your kids to be my kids. And if you pass away, if you pass away, I'm gonna take care of your kids. But he knew what he was doing because he passed away before me. He knew. because he would have never came out and told me that if he didn't know. So what I told Jeffrey was, you are my son. I try to treat you like my son because that's the agreement me and your dad made. So I try to honor what agreements that we made. So I don't treat Jeffrey as a son-in-law. I have nothing but sons. I got Jeff, I got Dre, and I got my son Travis, and a couple of his friends. That's my son. And then I got my cousin Richard. He's just like a brother. Breland is a brother. I don't know about that story about taking him to school, but he said I did it. So I'm just gonna accept that. It had to be one of those days I had to be to work. So, you know, whatever it was, I did it. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out. And Curtis, I would definitely want to thank you for all you do for me. I just appreciate you. I want you to know I love you as a brother. So everybody here, I love you. And God bless everybody.
One thing I can honestly say is that when my son met his daughter, that was a bond that was unbreakable. Because I tell you, when he met her, I think she was about 16, 15. And I was like,
I ain't out there.
You was at work?
Yeah, I ain't.
All I know is that when he set eyes on that young lady there, that was it for him. That was it. I could not ask for a better daughter-in-law. That's my heart. I love her to death. Your parents are wonderful. I've known your father for a little bit. Now, his brother Tony was my classmate. So, John has always been a very, 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 as everybody's always said, a hard-working young man. I call him a young man. Because we're not getting older, we're just getting better.
Getting younger.
Getting younger?
Yeah.
No, I said better. You said younger, I said better.
Yeah.
You know, and I just want to let you know that I really do appreciate you accepting my child in your life, treating him the way that you have treated him, because you truly do treat him as if he is one of your children. And I really do appreciate that. I really do. I love this family so much. We have children, grandchildren together, and we are in this thing for the long haul. But at this time, I want to sing a little happy birthday to you. You know, because 70 years is a milestone.
Yeah.
When you look around the room, look at all the love you have in here, that's a true blessing. The things that I've heard today tells me that you are one lucky man, because you have great family and great friends. When people talk good about you, you know it's something good about you. You understand? So without further ado, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John.
You've been in my life for 48 years. I was 14 when I met John. Yeah, I was a baby. I
need that table to be quiet.
But he has been the same. He has not changed at all. They say I defend him when he's wrong, but that's all right. That's my brother. I got his back. But I love you, and I thank you for being the father you were to your children, the husband you were to my sister, and the brother you are to me. All right, love you. All right, TJ, let's get it.
King of Swing Out, baby. January 2nd, 2007. can I say no? Come on. Say what you doing, trying to do, somebody go. I just let the music come from my soul.
Happy birthday, Papa. We love you. We wouldn't be here without you. Literally.
And we
Man, without
appreciate everything you've done, from like helping us out, whether it was physically or mentally. We appreciate everything.
You've been there every step of the way. You turned us into men.
And you started a new generation, and we're gonna keep it going.
What he said.
We love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you.